Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the nerdiest competition ever created by the Language of Bromance team. In this corner, obsessed with Star Wars and anything with swords, Richard! And in this corner, obsessed with the Ninja Turtles and scared of anything from the ocean, Shawn! Brought to you as a Pod Bros exclusive in association with the LOB Army. Tonight's competition is a Language of Bromance draft.
What's up, everybody? I'm Richard.
And I'm Shawn.
And we, together, are speaking the language of bromance.
Yes.
And I'm so excited. Are you excited? Because I'm excited. Who's excited? This guy's excited.
I'm excited. Richard, before we kick into it, it's an episode that ends in an 8, and so it's going to be draft time. But first, a little housekeeping, Richard. I just want to...
No, you can't start the show at the end.
Well, it's pre-housekeeping. Richard, congratulations. Congratulations on 4 years of podcasting.
Oh my God, it's our birthday.
Yeah, back on June 21st, we released our first episode, and this is an episode that's a 52 mathematical thingy-mabobber, so it's number 4 of that, so congratulations, sir.
Hey, congrats to you too. This is so since it's our birthday, does that mean we get the birthday BJ?
Babe.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be there in an hour. But Richard, today what we are going to do, it's draft time, so we are going to do the TV family draft, bitches. And what this is, if you don't know, and you should, what our drafts are, there's 7 rounds, NFL-style drafts where we pick flip-flop picks back and forth. Person with the first pick in the first round gets the first pick in the second round, and we pick just whatever's awesome. So like with this draft, it's going to be TV families. So the way I'm thinking of this, Richard, is these are the TV families that I want to join. Like I want to be like the cousin that shows up like, hey guys, remember me? Like, no. Like,
hey, it's me, Cousin Shawn. How's it going?
that's a pretty good...
like that. Thanks, buddy.
What's the...
So you don't even know who it is.
No, it's the dude.
Well, I know what family you didn't pick.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. I'll have to write that down.
Yeah. Damn it, I'm giving shit away already.
All right, Richard. And so what do you do with these for us, sir? Odd drafts, I get the first pick. Even drafts, Richard gets the first pick. Because back in the day, we flipped the page to see who won, and I won. So I get the odd drafts. And Richard, it's an odd draft. It's our 39th draft.
39th draft, 4 years. Everything's coming together.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
Memories.
Feeling good.
So many memories. All right. So, Richard, for my first round pick, I want to go with, it's probably my favorite TV family of all time. They live in California, and they reside in the town of Bel Air, and it gets a little wacky when their cousin from Philadelphia shows up. Richard, I want to go with the family, the Banks from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I said it was the Banks plus Smith. I think you got to get both of them in there.
Was Will's last name Smith on the show?
Yeah, it was Will Smith in the show too.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I didn't know that, but I didn't know that.
This is a show, like, I've gone back and watched it a few times, and it still seems like it holds up.
Okay, so you want to be part of this family because why? Is it because of Uncle Phil?
Uncle Phil's a big part of it.
Yeah,
like he's a tough love kind of dude, but like he's a guy that like when you're down and like you need a hug, like he will just bear hug the shit out of you.
Yeah, he would.
He will go to a pool hall and pool hustle like some jerk and get all your money back.
Break out, Lucille.
Oh man. And this is a show too, like there's so many great episodes. Like there's episodes that like make you want to cry, that make you want to laugh. The whole family, I mean, even like, Carlton. Carlton's a fun guy. He's kind of a little bit of a dork, but
Big Tom Jones fan.
not unusual to be loved
By anyone.
So, were you a big Fresh Prince fan back in the day?
I really was. It was on Monday. I remember it was on Monday nights on NBC. And so it was one of those. So I don't know if you know this, Shawn. A long time ago, when we didn't have DVRs. So you missed a week. Guess what? You missed a goddamn week. So I made it a point to be home Monday nights to watch Fresh Prince because I totally dug the show.
It ran for 148 episodes too. And I remember watching the last one when it played. And I remember thinking like, wait, this can't be the last one, right? Like somehow I thought if I willed it enough that there would be another season of the show. Because it started in 1990, so I was like 4 years old at that point. So this was like a big part of my life, like 6 years of my life of like where I'm really kind of cognitive of like what's going on. And you're like, wait a minute, what do you mean there's not going to be a Fresh Prince? What do you mean it's over? I can't compute this. There's got to be more.
Oh, was that like the first show that you were like, oh my God, I have to watch the show?
Probably, yeah. We watched that, and there was the
that wasn't a cartoon.
Yeah, I'd say this would probably be the first one. But there was what was the other ones? There was Fresh.
I remember right after the Fresh Prince, like on time slot wise, right after the Fresh Prince was Blossom.
That's right.
Blossom had 6. Who was really, really cute. That's the only thing I liked about that show.
I didn't really get in that show. I mean, you had Joey. Whoa.
Whoa. I remember, like, I actually, well, I don't know about how recently, but I went back and every now and again, you have like a memory of a show, and so you go like, oh, I'll give it a shot. So you go and like watch an episode, and you're like, oh my God, what did I do? Fresh Prince holds up. Blossom, not so much.
Yeah, I could see
Saved
Blossom.
by the Bell really doesn't.
I can see it.
Like you have all these memories of like watching Saved by the Bell. Like I think I watched every episode at least twice, but oh my God, like I went back less than a year, but a while ago. Tried to watch an episode of Saved by the Bell. Couldn't do it. I couldn't even finish it.
Well, was that show?
was bad.
Was that one on in front of a live studio audience?
Saved by the Bell?
No, Blossom and Saved by the Bell. I don't know if either one of those were.
I don't think they were.
Fresh Prince was. I do know that.
Okay.
Because they had episodes where they like, and this was one of the shows where they broke the fourth wall. Where they had like a couple episodes where they were just like the episode was about the show. And I remember like Will Smith coming out like pumping up the crowd, be like, wave your hands in the air, say yeah. And I'm like 8-year-old Shawn, I'm like, yeah.
Oh my God, I could see that.
I remember dancing like to the opening, and mom and dad be like, all right, stop. Oh God, how long is this song?
And everybody still knows it.
And like I said, like this is the family, like I feel like each one of them cared about each other really well. Like, Will Smith, you get to be like the second cousin to him. Like he would, get you your drum set so you could play the drums. Because a chick that could play drums can write her own checks.
What about Hillary?
I liked
Hillary. Didn't care.
Hillary was kind of annoying, but I don't know. I always kind of had a little soft spot for her.
You mean a hard spot?
Yeah. Well, I was 8.
It's your that's gonna be your family, Shawn. What the hell's the matter with you?
Well, it's adoptive cousin.
God damn it.
But Richard, for my first round pick, I want to go with probably the best pick in this whole draft. I want to go with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Well, Shawn, you know what? I'm glad you feel that way about apparently like sleeping with adopted siblings. Because my first pick is based solely on that reason. Shawn, I'm going to come right out of the gate and say it. My first round pick for TV family that I want to be adopted by, Shawn, I'm going with the Lannisters.
Okay.
Because guess who I'm boning?
Tyrion.
You know me so well. It's like we finish each other's
sandwiches, soup,
I hate
salad.
You. All right.
Sangria?
So, yeah, that's my first round pick. So think about this, okay? Number one, like they're totally apparently fine with banging each other. So let's chalk that in that column.
Is that a win column or a lose column?
Sean,
Cousin Cersei, I'm in the shower.
To quote my best friend, adopted cousins. So,
well, then maybe they won't be into it.
Okay. Point number 2, super fucking rich. They got some money.
True.
I don't know. They got some fucking dollar bills, y'all. And so I'm chilling in Westeros in a big, huge ass fucking house.
Yeah.
And what are you doing? I mean, yeah,
I'm in
Bel
a big
Air,
house too. I'm in a mansion.
You're gonna be in Bel Air, but I will be in a castle.
Yeah, but everybody hates you there. I don't think they hated the Smiths in the bank, or they didn't hate the Banks. Will they probably didn't like because he was Will Smith.
Because he was from the streets. Okay, so like I said, so I get to bang Cersei, number 1. Number 2, got a bunch of money. And number 3, I'm like, an aristocrat. So I'm chock full of pride and above everybody else.
Well, what if you're like the cousin?
So I'm living like a king.
What if you're,
and I really don't have to do shit. I could just hang out.
But you're the cousin that shows up and they're like, oh, wait, you're not. You're of House Lannister, but you're more of House Famister. Lannister?
What?
Lamister. You're a Lamister, not a Lannister.
Oh, man.
That was a stretch.
I did. I watched you. Your face got red on that one.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know if they would be like, "Oh, hey, cool, cuz let's hang out." If you didn't come from, because
they'd be like, "I can't sleep with you. You're not blood relation."
But
what do you think I am?
But the one brother ended up killing one of his cousins to save his own life.
Which brother?
The older brother. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie. Do you remember they were like hanging out and that they're tied up together? His cousin's like, I saw you fight on yada yada.
Yeah, but I'm not going to war. I'm just fucking hanging out. I'm like Tyrion. I just hang out and drink wine.
But if you're with the Lannisters, like war's just around the corner.
Well, then I just sail away and
you're like,
hook
wait,
up with dragons.
I'm not a Lannister. I'm a Lame-ister.
It's totally different.
How's it different? I don't have any money.
I'm just saying, like at the start of the show, there was mainly 4 of them. There was Tywin, Tyrion, Jamie, and Cersei. Now, think about this, Sean. Out of all the other houses, who are the ones left alive?
That's true.
The most.
Yeah.
Like out of the Starks, the fucking
oh yeah, good point.
The Targaryens, like out of all the houses, which house has had the least casualties?
The main Targaryen's still there, Daenerys.
Yeah, but her brother got gold poured on his head.
Yeah, but that was kind of expected. Like, I didn't really get the feel that he was going to be around a while.
And she's really the last one left. It's not like she has parents. Parents are long dead.
Is she the last one left, Richard? I think there's somebody named, spoiler alert.
I don't remember spoiler alert on the show.
Yeah, he was the one with the big sword.
I'm just saying, his parents are dead. Which in term, if we're just going by a casualty ratio, which one has suffered the least? So I think my odds of surviving are pretty goddamn good.
I don't know. I don't think cousin Lannisters are holding out very well.
What do you know? You're hanging out in Bel Air. You're not paying attention.
You know what?
My finger's on the pulse in Westeros. I'm politicking. I got shit going on. What are you doing? You're chilling out of the pool by Bel Air and watching Carlton dance to fucking Tom Jones.
You know what? It's better than being chased by a dragon. You know what, Richard? Sometimes you just don't understand.
God damn it. But yeah, that's my first pick because I want to bone Cersei, but not in a nice way, like in an angry way. Like she's cute and all, but like in an angry way. Like, God, you're being a bitch kind of way.
That's probably how she wants to bone you too.
That's what. See, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it totally fits. Our mutual hatred will fuel our lust.
What are you gonna do with that golden glove?
There it is.
Yep, and there it went. All right, Richard. So you went serious like families. I'm going like fun families. So for my second round pick, Richard, there's times in life like I feel like this show. My dad didn't really like the show, but he kind of embodied this like handyman. And if my dad had a little bit more of my personality, like this would probably be this is actually probably like me and my dad combined. Richard, I want to go with the show where we always ask for more power. I want to go with the Allens from Home Improvement.
This show was actually on my list, and the reason it was,
I messed up. It's the Taylors, not the Allens.
Yeah, it's Taylor's. Because you're thinking of Tim Allen.
Yeah.
The reason that this family was on my list was because I'd love to learn how to fix shit.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
For all the bullshit that Tim Taylor does in terms of like fucking shit up and making things like souping things up crazy and then they go wrong. Like, he still knows quite a bit of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's a reason he's got a fucking home improvement show.
Yeah, well, he built that hot rod.
Right? Like, that's what I think I would get out of it. And that's why I would pick it, because like I'd love to learn how to fix shit.
Well, you get an awesome neighbor too that like helps you with everything. You've got Al Borland that can hang out with you. Like, Al was kind of a weird, like not really weird, but he's kind of a goof, but like he'd be fun. You had Heidi for one.
Oh, yeah.
He had Pamela Anderson's character for a little bit, which I don't really remember her much. I think I kind of blend her and Heidi together a lot more.
Pam was on first.
Yeah, for like a season or two.
Yeah.
The family dynamic in this, they seemed really, really close. You had three completely different brothers. You had the athlete, you had the kind of, humanitarian, and then you kind of had the, mini Tim Taylor. Oh, Halloween too. Halloween at that place would always be fun.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. You go all out on Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween was pretty fucking boss.
And how cool would it be to know, like, let's say like you're the cousin showing up, but like your uncle's on TV. Like, that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's true. And then like somebody be like, yeah, it's public access. Then you're like, shut up.
You're public access.
Your fucking face is public access. Ha ha, sick bird.
Hey, guess what this hammer's sponsored by? Binford Tools. Whack, whack, whack.
And murder.
So did you actually watch a little bit of Home Improvement?
Oh, yeah. And and like you said, like my, in terms of Halloween shows, like that one was fucking tip top.
So one of the episodes I remember the most, it was, Tim's character, Tim Taylor, always messed up on the set of Home Improvement. But on the public access, they were going to guest host on like a cooking show. And that was Al Borland's like wheelhouse. But the roles were reversed, where Al was all like, oh, I know what I'm doing, Tim. And Al's like, well, you got to ice up that chicken butt before you stick your hand in it. Otherwise, it's going to get stuck, yada, yada, yada. It was just cool to see like the roles reversed.
The role reversal between Tim and Al.
And then they grew
like closer. All of a sudden, Al was like, more seasoning.
More pepper. But yeah.
Trying to think if there's anything I want to add. Halloween episodes were good. You learn how to fix stuff. Yeah, those would be the two reasons that I'd pick it.
Yep. So for my second round pick, Richard, I'm going to move in with the Taylors for Home Improvement.
All right, Shawn. Well, I like families that are real. I like the realness of families. Okay. And there are a lot of families that have been around. Not a lot have been around as long as this family. And while, yes, it can be a little dysfunctional, these people, This family always lands on their feet, and I would love to be in their house, not just for the people around in the family, but for the whole surrounding town, Shawn. For my next pick, we're going to Springfield because I'm picking The Simpsons. The Simpsons. Now, okay, you say what you want about Homer. Like, yeah, he's a bit of a drunk, and yeah, he's kind of a shitty dad. But kids are still alive. I mean, Bart can be kind of a douchebag sometimes, but kids are still alive. They still have a house.
He still pays his bills.
Right?
He hasn't gone to jail for anything, has he?
Well, I'm sure he has.
Simpsons did it.
The show's been on, Shawn, like, I think next year next year I think is 30 years.
Oh, wow. They've passed 1,000 episodes, haven't they?
Oh, I'm sure they have. 30 years, 20 episodes.
No, only 639 episodes.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, 20 episodes a season. That'd be about 600.
So yeah, almost right now we're at almost fucking 30 years.
Was this show ever canceled?
Of The Simpsons.
No, it's always been on.
Yeah. Since 1989.
You think you'd be tired of showing like something.
Well, that's why everybody says, oh, Simpsons did it. Because they have.
Have you seen every episode?
I don't even understand how you can write for that show anymore.
Well, I doubt they have the same writers. I'm sure they have different ones. Because Conan wrote on it for a while.
Right. But I'm saying, like, okay, I guess I'm saying that, like, even then, like, let's say you know, get on, say you're hired on as a writer for The Simpsons, and you're like, oh my God, I got this cool idea for an episode. And they're like, yeah, we did that already.
Simpsons to Mars.
I bet it's been done.
All right, let me Google it.
I bet it's been done. I bet they've been in a spaceship to Mars.
Simpsons, Spaceship to Mars and Sun. Season 27, episode 16. No, there's a couple of them. Yeah, see, there's a couple of them. So Marge goes to Mars. So there's a few of them. You just have to. I mean, they're rehashing stories at this point. They have to be.
Yeah,
I mean,
because they've done it all.
Well,
they've done it all.
Have they had a cousin from West Philadelphia come and stay at their house?
I bet they have. Here we go. I'm gonna laugh so hard. I'm waiting with bated breath. I'm sure the audience is waiting with bated breath as well. Everybody's on the edge of their seats.
No, I don't see anything specific to that.
We'll see.
I mean, they have cousins that show up, so you could say, like, well, that's kind of similar.
I'm sure there'll be an episode out this week.
Guest starring Will Smith for the first time ever on The Simpsons. Damn it!
So like I said, like, yes, the family's a little dysfunctional, but you know what? They always land on their feet, and there's always, you know, some lessons and knowledge to be gleaned from their day-to-day activities. And Homer can go completely fucking batshit, but it always seems to work out. So that's my pick, Shawn. I'm going with The Simpsons. Because it's a staple. It's a staple of American television.
Good pick. I like that one. All right, Richard, for my third round pick, I want to go with another family that has kind of like an add-on. That's kind of like, why is this dude here? It's a guy that shows up at their house, is in love with the guy's daughter, is always breaking shit even though he's super smart, has way high pants. It's always asking, did I do that? Richard, for my third round pick, I want to go with the Winslows from Family Matters. Now, Richard, this is not a show I've gone back and watched anytime recently. It takes place in our great state of Illinois. It was on for a long time. It had over 200 episodes.
Yeah, but
there was a weird stage. This is part of the ABC's TGIF.
I didn't even like the show when it was on.
Really? What about it didn't you like?
I didn't like the Urkel character. Like, I get it, but like, I get the point of it. I'm just like, ugh.
I used to run around with my pants up all the time, acting like Urkel, and my family would laugh. They'd say that kid's got
your mom would laugh. Your father would be like, Laura, will you get him to knock it off?
Laura, the show's been off the air for 20 years. Make him stop.
He's 32 years old, Laura.
He keeps knocking shit over, going, did I do that? I'm like, yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
Clean it up.
You owe me a new lamp.
Laura, this is why I
bitch.
drink. Did I do that? Yes, you did that too.
fucking, and then I do remember like they tried to like tweak his character in like the end, where like he went into some machine and then changed into like super sexy dude. Ugh.
How do you feel? I always wonder, like the guy that plays Urkel, what's his name?
Jaleel White.
Jaleel White, yeah, something like that. Like that's like a character that's pretty defiant. I mean, like I've seen like Zach Morris. He's kind of like broken away from that character. But anytime I see this guy, it's like Urkel. That's all I can think of. Even this day, it looks like he hasn't aged a minute.
Black don't crack. What? That's true. It's
okay.
Look good. Yeah. What? Why are you looking at me like
this
that?
This is another show that changed moms. I think like in season 3 or 4.
Did they?
Yeah, I think in season 3 or 4 they changed the name, the mom.
And they didn't think we'd notice, but we did.
But again, fun family in Chicago. You get an uncle who would be in the police force, and you get a weird neighbor. And you know what, Richard? When you're lost out there and you're all alone. But my third round pick, Richard.
Wait a minute. Isn't that from Full House?
Oh, it might be. What was Family Guy? What was Family Matters?
Oh my God. Yeah, you were a super fan.
I didn't say I was a...
Ugh. I am over you. I'm over you already.
Don't worry, I'm editing all this out. So you can be as rude as you want.
It's all fun and games until we picked Urkel. And now I like the eye roll. I don't know if anybody can hear the eye roll I have in my head.
Rare condition.
This day and age. I remember I always remember seeing, like, I used to watch those I Love the 90s that they had on VH1, and I remember they had that on there all the time. Fucking Urkel.
But there it is, Richard. Third round pick, Winslow's from Family Matters.
All right. Oof. I got my 7th pick, and I know you're not, like, I've got that one set, you know? And I know you're not taking that one. Where am I going for my next one? Oh, this is hard. You wouldn't think it'd be, because like basically what I did with my list is I wrote down like as much as okay, you know what? I'll go with this one. I'll go with one where not the biggest fan of the father. Okay, father was kind of annoying, had a dumb voice, not a dumb voice, but just an annoying voice. But I like the mom, and I like the grandparents who lived across the street. Shawn, for my next pick, I'm going to go with the Barones, as in Raymond Barone, as in everybody loves Raymond. So with this, you got Patricia Heaton, who played Deborah. Like, I honestly felt like she was the.
No.
She reminded me the most of my mom.
Okay.
Out of the TV moms, I would say she's the one that reminded me most of my mom.
Okay.
Where like, you know, she just wants to fucking hang out and like relax and have a chill time, and like everybody just fucks up her life, kids included. But yeah, like, and you know. As much as Raymond's mother was seen as like this weird, controlling, kind of bitchy lady, like you can kind of, if you're the adopted kid, like you could kind of shove that off to the side. Like she's not really going to pay that much attention to you. But Frank was fucking awesome. Like Frank was like the cool grandpa.
Oh yeah, He's the grandpa that's going to give you a drink of beer.
Yeah.
Smoke his cigarettes.
Oh, definitely. He's going to give you a whole beer. He's not going to give you a drink.
Point, yeah.
He's going to be like, here, hold. Yeah.
Here, hold this.
Yeah.
It's empty. But grandpa, it's full. No, it's empty. Wink, wink.
Exactly. And then you're going to shit talk your dad with his brother. That's what you're going to do. Because then Robbie's going to show up and he's going to be like, I hate Raymond. Then you're going to be like, yeah, he's kind of dumb. And then you got a point. You got something to talk about, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
There's always going to be a conversation.
Exactly. So I feel like the people that I'm kind of on the fence about in terms of whether or not I like them, I feel like they're going to pretty much ignore me. And the ones that I do like, I get to hang out with. So I feel like it's kind of a best of both worlds scenario. So that's what I'm picking. I'm picking the family from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Okay.
Because I'd be nice to be adopted, but I would just like to go and like hang out. You know what I mean? Just like show up by the house and be like, hey, Deborah, what's going on?
Deborah.
You want to chill out? Let's fucking chill out, watch some TV.
Can you do a Raymond voice? No.
You got to channel your inner Kermit. Your inner Kermit. Go for a Kermit voice and then kind of drop it like octaves. No.
Deborah.
Oh.
No, Deborah. You're with the kids and no. Deborah.
That's pretty good.
Thanks, buddy.
You're good at drafts and voices.
Raymond Barone, Kermit the Frog, and George Lucas. All three of them have the same voice.
Just different different levels.
Yeah. It's all just tonal shifts.
All right, Richard. So for my 4th round pick, I want to go with a show that really kind of revolved around one of the kids in the show. He lived next door to his teacher. He had a best friend by the name of Shawn. It was also part of the TGIF lineup. He had a smoking hot girlfriend. I want to go with the Matthews from Boy Meets World.
Okay. Now, at what point are you showing up to be adopted?
High school.
Are you showing up like, okay.
Because middle school was okay too.
Good.
High school was all right.
Thank you.
But when they got to college, like, Corey was such a pussy. Like,
he was.
They completely changed that character when he went to college.
Yeah, they changed his character for the worse, but I felt like I liked Eric's character. I felt like Eric as a character had a good arc throughout that show. So you get a cool older brother at that point.
Well, because in middle school and high school when they shot that, he was just stupid. Like, he was super dumb.
Yeah, he was dumb and like he was dumb and kind of an asshole.
Well, they made it like
he was like the tropey TV older brother where he was kind of an asshole and and whatever.
Yeah.
But once he got to high school and especially college, like he turned into quippy and kind of goofy.
Yeah, but he wasn't
I liked it then.
He wasn't as it seemed like he had like a learning disability almost in the first few episodes or the first few seasons. But when they get to college, it's like he's just a normal person. And then Corey kind of became this like weird character. But Shawn's character throughout that was pretty good. Like he had in middle school, he was living in a trailer with his mom.
So, okay, wait a minute. Now, did you identify with Shawn because you had the same name?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say because in this world, I'm gonna say that you and Shawn Hunter are living in two different planes of existence.
I think I'd want to identify with Shawn. That's like if I could be the Shawn, I'd want to be the Shawn Hunter, but I was the Shawn from Language of Bromance, who was not anything like that. I was like the Corey in college. But I had, and still to this day, I had a huge crush on Topanga. I don't remember what the real person's name is.
Oh, Angela?
Is that her name?
The one that dated Shawn?
No, the one that dated Corey. Danielle Fisher's her name.
Oh, you're talking about the actress?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were because Topanga had a roommate in college, and her name was Angela, and she dated Shawn.
Oh, I gotcha. But the family itself,
I watched the show a little bit, is what I'm trying to say.
But I mean, like the family was always like very supportive of each other. It was one of those things like you got a little bit, I guess, in other TV shows, but it was just a real close knit family. You know, there was no like crazy storylines except for when the dad wanted to try and start his own business, which seemed like it was pretty successful. But the one thing that was always weird was living next door to your teacher. Like, yeah. I don't know if I like when you're that age, like you see your teacher like at, Walmart, you're like, oh, you exist outside of school?
Yeah.
Your little mind just blows. Like, could you imagine living next door to him?
You live next door to your teacher, and he's been your teacher every year for the last, 15 years.
Oh, that's a good point. He followed him all the way to high school, didn't he?
He followed him into college.
Well, when you're in love with a young boy...
He followed him all the way to fucking college. I think he was a college. He went to be a college professor. I think at one point, there was the quip in one of the episodes where somebody was like, "You haven't talked to any other student in 12 years."
Well, I know the very last episode's kind of it's one of those that these shows shouldn't pull on your heartstrings because they're completely fake, but they go to their classroom and they have this little moment with their teacher. And they each and they each walk out or whatever after saying something. I think that's the thing that always tears my heart apart on these shows is you spend 7 years on these things. Yeah. They're oh, guess what? It's over.
Are you saying that we're both going to cry at the end of Game of Thrones?
Maybe. Game of Thrones is different, though. I feel like there's a big difference between those kind of shows and then sitcom shows, in my opinion.
I don't know. I think I might cry at the end of Game of Thrones because I'm now what do I do?
Oh, hey, I heard a spoiler that the end of Game of Thrones is the end of Westworld season 3.
Really?
No, I didn't. I just made it up.
No, but now that has to happen.
I heard George R. R. Martin say he wanted to put a Westworld or a Game of Thrones world into the Westworld universe.
Yeah, of course. Why not? That should totally happen.
Because then you get a line at the nerdiest pit. That's all you get.
They just there's just 50. They just make 20 Daenerys hosts.
All right, you have to get through Khal Drogo. Oh. Damn it. Is he on easy mode?
No, he's never on easy mode. Look at him. There's a picture of him with bodyguards, and he looks like a boss battle.
Yeah, surrounded.
In fact, I think that was the caption. It's is it just me or does Jason Momoa look like the boss you fight at the end of a level? Because he's surrounded by these little minion dudes that are supposed to be his bodyguards, and then there's him stacked to the fucking nines.
That dude's ridiculous.
I hate him, but I love him.
But yeah, that's my 4th round pick, Richard, is the Matthews from Boy Meets World.
Okay, so we're on pick number 4. For pick number 4, I'm gonna go a bit different, a little bit different. But this is the family I would love to be a part of because it would never be dull. Shawn, the reason I'm picking this is because they're a little creepy, they're a little kooky, but they're all together ooky. Shawn, I'm going with the Addams Family.
I like it. That would be a fun family to hang out with.
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be and they seem so... Not just that would be a fun family to hang out with, but they seem so, we're the Addams Family, we're a fucking family. If you're a member of the Addams Family, you're fucking every person's your ride or die.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean?
I don't remember anybody ever getting seriously hurt in their houses and stuff. You'd be scared out of your mind, but you'd be safe. It's oh my God, right? What is this thing? It's oh, well, that's a hand crawling on its own.
There's knives flying around and shit blowing up. Nobody died. Don't know how that happened, but it happened.
Were the Addams Family, like, were they dead or were they alive? I never really got that. I always felt like they were like living dead people.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they were just, it was like every single creepy kid rolled into one, and then that's every member of the family.
You have to be aware of your your adopted aunt and uncle getting handsy all the time.
What?
Yeah, didn't the mom and dad always get like handsy with each other?
Oh yeah, that's true.
She's like
super handsy.
Which is good.
Like,
I mean, you knew they loved each other.
This is borderline inappropriate.
All right, kids, look away. We can still hear you.
This doesn't help. This makes it worse.
Hum the theme song.
The picture in my mind's eye is worse than anything you're doing. Oh, wait. No, it's not. No, it's not.
How do you bend like that?
So, fun fact that this show, the reason that the show exists, it is based out of drawings in the New Yorker magazine. Somebody saw these comic drawings in the New Yorker magazine and made a show about it. That's where the show comes from. The guy that created the drawings, his name's Charles Adams.
Oh, I got you. So they named it after the drawer.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Also, I mean, Lurch, big fucking butler. If anybody fucks with you, like Lurch is kicking their ass
and serving you a drink.
Yeah, he is. Not even saying a word, just. So yeah, Shawn, that's it. Pick number 4, The Addams Family. Dump.
All right, Richard, I am going to go on the complete opposite side of the spectrum for my 5th round pick. Now, Richard, this family is one that I remember, like the show being on while I was at Grandma and Grandpa's, and it really gave me that like when I think of this family, I think of like the times of staying at Grandma's and Grandpa's and the tales that they would tell me of when they were growing up.
Is it the Clampets?
No, it's better than the Clampets. It's like not as like white trashy, rednecky. Richard, for my 5th round pick, I want to go with the family that has a mountain of their name. I want to go with the Waltons.
Oh.
Now, this is a family that like cared for each other. They said goodnight.
My mom watched this show so much when I was younger. I was so fucking sick of it.
Oh, John boy.
Not John boy.
Not Mama. Not Papa.
Not Papa. Not Grandpa.
Oh, God. I'm looking through pictures right now with her. Oh, Richard, I actually might cry. Because Grandma and Grandpa on this show like reminds me of my Grandma and Grandpa.
Really?
Yeah, really damn close.
That's kind of sweet.
And there's a picture of John Boy holding his grandma's hand as I'm going through this.
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
I shouldn't have picked this one because I might cry.
Uh-oh, here we go.
But yeah, I mean, it was just like, and like it's like the Grandpa and Grandma's relationship. I think this is actually why I really like it. So,
okay.
Like the Grandpa is always kind of like flirty with the Grandma and real like, like for this time in history, like you wouldn't see a Grandpa be like this. Like it's not a like you'd think he'd be old, hardened, kind of a jerk. But like this was kind of like the Grandpa I remember because it was the same the Grandpa I had, like just kind of flirty with the Grandma, casting jokes, being silly. And again, it's just a very close knit family. There's an episode where John Boy goes out and buys new pants to impress a girl. Like, it's such a simple time and like a simpler life to look back on that, where it's like, we're going and I'm buying pants to impress a girl. Like today, if I want to impress a girl, there's a lot of work to it. I just can't buy pants.
Really? Because I mean, end of the day, like, isn't that what you're doing? Isn't really everything you do to impress a girl just boiled down to you buying pants in a way?
I guess so. Technically,
we're all buying our own pairs of pants in our own special way, and they hate them. They hate the pants, Shawn.
They usually do. So you didn't like this show at all? You didn't like
it just came off as just boring to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I get how you feel. You know, it kind of hits you, and the nostalgia feels like you feel like it harkens back to a simpler time and stuff like that. And that's all fine and good, and that's great. I just, it's hard. It feels hard to watch. Like I watch it, and I'm just, I can't do it.
It is crazy. They got 9 seasons, 221 movies, and then they had 221 episodes. Then they had 3 made-for-TV movies from this. Each, like, they had 3 that came back at like coming back in the future. Like I think the last one took place around the JFK assassination. Like it was like Thanksgiving around that time. I think I remember that one because I think it was on the radio while they're having dinner or something. And on the radio, it talks about the assassination of JFK.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I get it. You know, and I think that both of us have, you know, like I could certainly watch it and be like, that totally reminds me of my grandparents or my great grandparents or whatever. But man, like, I don't want to watch a show that has my grandmother in it for hours upon hours. Like, I love my grandma, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to watch her day-to-day life. Like, that's why I have my own life.
But Richard, for my 5th round pick, I want to go with the Waltons from Walton's Mountain.
Okay. What are we on? We're on 5. So I got 2 more to go. There's one. It's kind of similar, but I'm a bit I'm hesitant because I feel like it's too similar. You know what? I'm gonna go with it anyway. Shawn, for my next pick, almost exactly like the Addams Family. I think this would be like the coolest bunch of people to hang out with. Shawn, it's a house full of monsters, and who doesn't want to spend time with a house full of monsters? Shawn, for my next pick, 5th round, I'm going with the Munsters.
Yes. Well, these are actual monsters.
These are actual monsters. Plus, coolest thing in the world, I always felt like the coolest fucking thing in the world was the staircase at their house where, like, they would lift up in the middle.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Led to, like, a
I always thought that was I was like, that is the coolest fucking thing ever.
Didn't they have a pretty sweet ride, too?
Oh, that car where it was like an old-timey, almost hearse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good shit. I forgot about the car, too.
This is a weird family because you had like 2 Frankensteins, like a vampire. The kid was a vampire. Then you had the normal blonde that was she like a cousin or something?
I can't remember. If she was a cousin or if she was just like not an adopted, you know, like if she was just like the normal, you know, like the one person in the family that's fucking normal.
Yeah. Which every family has that normal person.
It's been a long minute since I watched the episode of The Munsters. I always loved the dad's laugh. That
It's kind of like the lion from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yes, you were totally right. I feel a bit weird though, because like I said, you're picking all these like nice, wholesome, like, you know, time down at the farm with the Waltons and I'm like, I'm hanging with the freaks.
I want to hang out with the cousin that kills animals and skins them and hides them in boxes.
That's me. What can I say? Takes different strokes to move the world, Shawn. See, okay. Like, I like the way Wikipedia explains it. The running gag of the series is that the family, while decidedly odd, consider themselves fairly typical working class people of the era. Because they were. They just wanted to... as weird as they were, Shawn, they're just like us. That's all we're trying to say.
Yeah, well, that's a
they're
good
just
call.
like us, Shawn.
Deep down, we're all monsters in one way or another.
That's right. Don't you forget it. So, Shawn, there you go. That's my pick. I love the Munsters. Plus, the theme song was boss. I was listening. Bruno Mars put out a song like 6 months ago, and I heard it, and I was like, dude, that's the fucking theme song to the Munsters.
That's funny. Was it, or did they actually use it?
It really was, yeah. I'm trying to. I can't think of the song off the top of my head, but it totally. Not. I feel like it's more than sampling the theme song from the Munsters. I feel like it's like almost like a full on cover. I honestly don't remember the name of the song though. Anyway, I'm sure I'll think of it. Anyway, what do you have?
All right.
What do you have
For my
pick number 6?
Sixth round pick, Richard. This was a TV show that kind of spawned from another famous like comedy kind of sketch TV show. It was from the 70s. It starred one famous Carol Burnett, and it was titled, Richard, Mama's Family, and it starred the Harpers.
Okay. I did kind of like this show, and was it Carol Burnett? Damn.
Yeah, this ran for like 6 years.
She always reminded me of my grandmother. But like, I don't know, not necessarily the way she acted, but just the way she looked.
I got you. Well, I mean, like my grandma had that perm. It seemed like all grandmas from like the 60s, 70s had that perm.
Yeah.
Because Carol Burnett and Mama's Family has it. The one from Walton's kind of has it a little bit, not as much. But yeah, I mean, I love that this was a mom that didn't take any shit. She had a dumb son who she constantly gave shit to. I kind of forgot this took place in Missouri, which is something you don't really see much anymore. Like a lot of these shows seem to take place in like mid America.
Yeah.
I probably get a lot of my comedic stuff from this too, because it was very like zingers and sarcasm, but deep down there was some caring.
Did this have something to? Was this connected to All in the Family? Because I felt like back then, it felt like every single show was connected to All in the Family. Because there was All in the Family, there was the Jeffersons, which was like a spin-off, like almost like there were like 30 different shows, and they all were like almost spin-offs of All in the Family.
I don't think so, because I think this was really just based off of more of the Carol Burnett show.
Okay, I believe you.
So All in the Family, it spawned Maude, Maude, never heard of it. The Jeffersons, Archie Bunker's Place, Gloria, and 704 Hauser.
Okay,
but again, this is just like a close family that like loves to jab and jive, like kind of like poke at each other enough that like when they're about to like blow up from being poked too much, that they kind of come in for a family hug, and not like a Lannisters type of family hug. So for my 6th round,
don't be knocking the Munsters family hug, you bastard.
So for my
you son of a bitch.
6th round pick, Richard, I'm gonna go with the Harpers from Mama's Family.
Okay. It's getting harder and harder. One thing I will say, the Munsters thing earlier, I was wrong. I said Bruno Mars. It was not Bruno Mars. It was Fall Out Boy. It was a Fall Out Boy song. I know that was super important to everybody that I clear that up. See, there's a lot of ones that I'm like, oh, that'd be like, there's a lot of like low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
To pick, but I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go with. I know who I'm going with. For my 6th round pick, I'm going with the Smiths, and the Smiths from the show American Dad.
Oh, there you go.
I like that one because, see, I was looking at Alf. Like Alf would be a good pick.
No, I like that one.
But I felt like it was kind of too like almost like wholesome. That aside from Alf, like a lot of the other, aside from Alf and the dad in the family, a lot of the other characters were just kind of filler. There's not really a lot of personality there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that.
But I feel like with a show like American Dad, I get the the bonus of Alf because, hey, alien, cool alien. Plus, I get to interact with a bunch of different characters that all have individual personalities and are all kind of cool.
Yeah, no, I like that idea. And
it's just that, like,
Secrets of the CIA. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Totally didn't think about that. So I get an alien and CIA secrets.
And a fish that was like wasn't the fish like a Soviet spy or something like that?
No, I don't think it was a Soviet spy. I think the fish had like a German accent.
Oh, that makes it worse.
Does it? Why does it make it worse?
Well, because he's probably wasn't he a Nazi then?
I don't know. Just because you have a German accent, you're a Nazi?
Well, I thought that's what like the idea was behind that show.
You stereotyping.
No, I thought that was the idea behind the show. Like he was like imposed from like a Nazi. You look it up. Watch, he's gonna be that. You son of a bitch.
Anyway, this would be but I think this would be a cool family to be adopted by. Because I mean, aside from the dad being a little, assy and kind of hard nosed because, CIA, but you get to hang out with Roger all the time. And it seems like Roger's just like cool and hangs out and like has parties.
It's like, hey, dad said to do this. Like, fuck your dad.
Yeah. And then I'm like, yeah, fuck him. Let's party. And he shows up and I'm blasted out of my head. I think I'm CIA and you are mole.
I see it. You don't even know what that is. That's CIA backwards. You're looking at it in a mirror.
Well, what do you know about letters? You're not even in it.
Night, Daddy. Tell me a story.
So yeah, not much else to say. Like I said, it's like Alf, but more interesting. It's a lot cooler. So for my 6th round pick, I'm going with The Smiths in American Dad.
All right. So for my 7th round money shot pick, Richard, I don't know if you've ever heard of this show. It's like on TBS on syndication when I watched all the time, but it is the Warners. I said Warners and Company from the TV show Yes, Dear. Did you ever watch this show?
Have I? No. Maybe I did.
It starred.
Wait a minute. Is this the one where the intro is them going to the beach?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
then yes, I do vaguely remember.
It's a very stereotypical show. Like you have an uptight guy. The wife is kind of high strung, but she was smoking hot. Like I had a thing for her. I think it's curly hair. I have a thing for curly hair. And then he's got his brother-in-law and his sister-in-law living in their guest house next door, and they have kids.
So wait a minute. So let's see. So let me get this straight. The reason you're picking this show is because you think the mom is hot.
Well,
and you were judging me for pick number 1.
I didn't say I was going to sleep with her. And I'm an adopted cousin, Richard.
I'm just saying, like, Cersei's not married.
Nah, that's
like I'm just showing up and banging some chick. You're showing up. You're an adopted cousin and you're showing up and turn into a fucking home wrecker. That's what you're doing.
But you know who else
you son of a bitch. Know who else? You home wrecking son of a bitch.
You know who else we get in the show, Richard? We get Mike O'Malley from the TV show Guts. He plays he plays the brother-in-law. It's kind of basically a loser because he doesn't have a job, but you're in California near the beach. And again, it's just kind of a fun little family experience to be with all this. Like, well, I guess to say this, the mom is a stay-at-home mom, so her and I are going to get a lot of alone time.
You fucking bastard. You home-wrecking bastard.
But Richard, my 7th round money shot pick, I'm going to go with a TV show, Yes, Dear, and the Warners.
See, I picked Everybody Loves Raymond, not because I wanted to sleep with the mom, because I wanted to hang out and be like, hey, let's watch TV. Let's, get a cup of coffee or something.
Let's Netflix and chill. Yeah, I know where that was leading.
That's what you're doing. You're showing up in the Warner's house and be like, hey, pussy dad, and then you push him in the face. Be like, why don't you make like a tree and get out of here? And then you go and fuck his wife. You son of a bitch. Shawn, for my money shot pick, I'm going to go with a family that is not just family, but is also large extended family. And they will always make sure that business is taken care of. Shawn, from my money shot pick, we're going to New Jersey because I'm getting adopted by the Sopranos.
Okay. Seems very dangerous family. Like that thing, like you show up like, hey, I'm an adopted cousin. Wait, you're not blood? Here. Why don't you go run this job that you're going to probably die doing?
I'm not going to die. I'm cousins. Christopher was the only cousin of Tony. Well, no.
Yeah.
Tony killed both his cousins.
Yeah, start doing the math there.
But to be fair, the cousins were stupid, and the cousins did stupid shit. Fucking Christopher was high on dope all the time, and the other cousin killed somebody. The other cousin killed somebody, killed some New York dude. And so Tony had to take care of him. But I think I'd be all right.
I'm not going to try and sleep with my aunt, so I should be okay.
Yeah, I'm not busted in there trying to fuck Carmela. So I think I'll be okay. I'm not trying to sleep with anybody's wife, unlike some people.
But I
do feel like whenever there's a problem, I got Uncle Paulie that's going to show up and rough up like, oh, came home from school with bad grades. Well, it's because the principal's an asshole. Oh, principal's an asshole. Well, let's go have some words.
Yeah, but I feel like that's like, you can only use that so much before it's like, hey, guess what? You're 37 years old.
I don't think so. I think the Sopranos will always have my back until they stick a knife in it.
You'll never see it coming.
Nope, you never will.
All right, Richard.
Shawn, that's my 7th round pick. I'm going with Sopranos, and all I gotta say is, don't stop.
Is that how the show ended?
That's exactly how the show ended.
What are some of your and buts?
Let's see. What did I have for and buts? I had gotta go back to my list. There we go. I was really on the fence about Full House. It just seemed too wholesome.
I was never a big fan of Full House. Like a house full of all those dad dudes, just kind of, I don't know.
Obviously the Griffins.
Yeah, I thought when you did your voice earlier, that's who you're gonna pick.
Nah, yeah. And the Huxtables. How about you?
My on the nose.
You're totally looking over that last one? Do you have any idea who I'm talking about?
I've heard the name. Who is it? Name the show.
The Cosby Show.
No.
That was going to be my 7th round pick. Why? Is something wrong? Did something happen?
Well, I was thinking about my 7th round pick would be the Connors. The Connors.
From Roseanne.
Yeah.
Why?
Did something happen?
You didn't pick it? Did something happen?
I'm glad we did this draft a few days later. My on the nose kind of pick was the Brady Bunch, the Bradys. I mean, they had a cousin.
Yeah.
Step by Step. But to me, that's kind of like the like the Boy Meets World kind of Target version.
Plus, you'd have to sit there and use that damn Thigh Master.
That's true.
Ugh.
And the other one, which I don't know why I like this show, but it was the Camdens from Seventh Heaven. Did you watch that show, Richard?
No.
You should have.
No.
You might.
I don't think I should have.
You might be a little bit more holy.
I think I'm good. Not
Seventh Heaven.
Do anything.
When I see your smiling face, something. Seventh.
I have no idea what you're saying.
It had
right
that
now.
Jessica Biel in it, though.
Okay. Nope. I'm good. I am totally good. Not ever watching that show ever.
All right, well, let me run through these picks. So I'll go with me first. So my first round had the Fresh Prince, the Banks. Second round pick, the Taylors from Home Improvement. Third round pick, the Winslows from Family Matters. Fourth round pick, the Matthews from Boy Meets World. Fifth round pick, the Waltons from the Waltons. Sixth round pick, the Harpers from Mama's Family. And the seventh round, the Warners and Company from Yes Dear. Richard's first round pick from Game of Thrones, the Lannisters. Second round pick, the Simpsons from The Simpsons. Third round pick, the Raymond Barone?
Barones. The Barones.
The Barones from Everybody Loves Raymond. Fourth round pick, the Addams Family. Fifth round pick, the Munsters. Sixth round pick, the Smiths from American Dad. And the seventh round money shot pick, the
Sopranos. Bravo.
I love the concern on your face. You're like, you son of a bitch.
I did. I was like, did the audio cut out? What just something broke? What
happened? Call HBO. All right, Richard, as we're wrapping up this 4th year anniversary in our TV family draft, what are your Richard's closing thoughts?
No family can replace the family you own, and sometimes the love you make should be greater than the love you take. Live well and don't sleep with your cousins, and don't be a home wrecker.
All right, well, let me do a little bit of housekeeping. Visit our website. We're at languageofbromance.com. Follow us on Twitter. We're at languageofbro. Email us at eatthebeaver@languageofbromance.com. Check out the LOB Army Intelligence Reports. Like us on Facebook, and go out and recruit somebody for the LOB Army by getting someone you know to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, and Alexa. Alexa, play the Language of Bromance podcast.
And when you do all those things, now that everybody's shutting off their Alexa because they're like, you son of a bitch, be sure to leave a nice, no, you don't have to leave a nice review, but leave a review, leave a rating, let us know what you think, because we love feedback. It helps, make us feel relevant. It makes sure we know that there's somebody out there and that somebody cares, good or bad. That's it. That's where I'm at.
And remember, you can always find us as part of the Pod Bros Network, the best family of podcasts on the internet.
Yeah, took the words right out of my mouth.
And make sure if you want to throw a little money in our tip jar, go to our Patreon account at www.patreon.com/languageofbromance, and you can be just like our newest LOB Army Sergeant, Patrick.
Nice. Very nice.
And also, if you just want to check out, there's a new app online. It's saycaster.com. Go out and check out some of our episodes on Saycaster.
All the places.
All right. Was there anything else before I close her out?
No. We're on so many places.
Yeah, we're all over the internets.
All over the internets.
All right. Well, that's all the bros we have for this show. I'm Shawn.
And I'm Richard.
And I say we eat the beaver for 4 straight years.
That's right. See, you said it in the beginning, and I forgot all the way to the end. We did it. Woo! 4 years.
Hey, I just want to let you know I can't do the show anymore. Bye.
I knew it.
Wait, we can do another one later.
Go. Oh, no, I got it. This is how we should end the show. Ready? So you say eat the beef.
And I say we eat the beef.
Don't stop.